They made me do it. The truth behind the battle, is it healing or headlines? Let me tell you. So I was happened to be on Facebook, and this reading is going to be on Briana battle. And I happened to be on Facebook and on one of the Truth fan page posts, and I commented something, and someone was like, that Brianna was delivered and all this stuff from the truth and all this crazy nonsense. And I'm gonna get into it. So that just made me to do an energy reading. And I do have notes here because I wanted to write down some questions so I don't forget. Okay, so let's tap into the energy behind the drama because, baby, all that glitters ain't spiritual growth. And some of y'all call it deliverance, but spirit is calling it deflection. Okay, so let's pull some cards because I'm just like so over it with the Tower card at the bottom. Listen, I'm just so over it. So over it. Spirit, let's get into this. Okay, card one. What is her true energy? And we see that. Okay, what is her true energy right now? Card two, the truth behind the allegations. That is so funny. And this is where they based on trauma or manipulation. Okay, and now I need clarity for this card as well. Ain't that some shit? Just what I thought. Card three, the intentions. Oh my God, the Three of Swords. And this is the intention behind going public. Was it about awareness or attention? Y'all see that? That's the Three of Swords, and we're going to get into that in a minute, okay? Listen, they made me do it. They made me do it. Card four, her karma. We got the Death card here. What spirit got waiting in her spiritual inbox? And card five, message for the collective. What do you need to learn from watching all this unfold, and are you glorifying the wrong stories? Woo! Preach, preacher. The Hierophant here. And I'm just so tired because every time you say something on Mr. LaTruth's post, it's always something. It's always something. Okay? So what I'm seeing is this energy already feels chaotic but calculated. This is not grounded at all. This first card shows that she's battling with her own reflection, not her ex. This ain't about healing, it's about headlines. And she did this to herself. When she went on the line and she said all that stuff about her ex abusing her and all this and that, it was all her own doing. The tower. She caused the tower in her life, okay? She caused this. No one else. She caused this sudden shake. She caused her tower to shake. She caused the instability in her life. She caused all this. She caused all the painful loss. She caused this herself. She caused all this trauma. Okay? Now, this card right here, it screams cloud hold on, let me put this over here so I can really see it. We're gonna get into this. This screams clout charge accusations. If you publicly said someone didn't abuse you after saying they did, your credibility is already on a clearance rack. And let me make sure that I have the right question, the right card, the truth behind the allegation. Let's be real. Were they based on trauma or manipulation? And yes. And it definitely screamed clout chasing. Okay. Especially, like I said, if you went publicly and said that this person abused you, and then you come back and then you say this person didn't abuse you. You get what I'm saying? And everything in this video, y'all, is for educational purposes only. Everything is allegedly. Okay? And what's so crazy is, like, she did all this with the King of Wands here. Okay? She did all this. And what I'm seeing, this is like his energy. He was more like a protective person. And it's crazy because this is just showing me Robert's energy about him being an entrepreneur, the person that he is. And it's showing me faithfulness and stuff like that. But it's showing me that she did this for clout. And I'm hearing they do anything for clout. They do anything for clout. But actually, like I said, she put her credibility already on that clearance rack. And no one believed her, okay? And no one is going to believe her. And that's why I pulled clarity for this King of Wands, because I wanted to see if that was an energy or if that was a person. And let me go back to the question. The third question was, is the intentions behind going public, was this about awareness or about attention? And that's when I got the Three of Swords. Okay, now that signifies pain and stuff. I actually got it on my arm, and then I have a strength card on the other side. Okay, but it can signify just a painful time in your life, like, and stuff like that. But what I'm seeing is that this is her own karma, okay? And oh baby, spirit don't play when you lie on folks for clout. It's giving spiritual subpoena, okay? And this was her own karma. She caused the tower. She caused her own heartbreak. She caused her marriage. She caused this separation. She caused this sorrow. She caused this emotional pain. She caused all this. And she's saying that she's not hurt, but she truly, really is, okay? She is really, truly broken by this. I don't care what none of her people say. She only got with that man to try to hurt her husband, thinking that, maybe he'll chase, maybe he'll come back, maybe he'll run back, and then she got into another trauma bond. And that's what I was saying on one of his posts. But for some reason, the lady deleted my thing, or someone deleted it because they knew I was going to come back with something, because I was about to eat them up. And actually, I think I have what I was going to say to them on here. Matter of fact, yeah, let me, I'm going to get to that in a minute. I'm going to get to what they said, and then I'm going to pause it to make sure that I have it still here, because it was crazy. And yes, I was about to eat them up. And I think I took a screenshot. Was it here or there? We'll get to it. Hopefully it was on here. Yeah, I think it was on here. So anyway, the next card we got was, the next question was, card number 4 was, her karma. What spirit got waiting for her in her spiritual inbox? That was the next card, which I had received the death card. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. Well, we're gonna put this all together. Anyway, I got the death card here. I don't want to. I think I missed the question, but it's okay. So what I got here, I'm gonna just keep going. There's gonna be a lot of bad things here. Like, I'm just saying, like, she's gonna be so heartbroken. Like, after all this, this is a trauma bond that she's in, and it's gonna be real crazy. Like, this next heartbreak is gonna feel like death for her. It's gonna come so sudden too. It's gonna be like, damn, I didn't even know it's going. And it's gonna be harder this time. Trust me, it's gonna be harder this time. She's gonna be so emotionally broken. I could see crashing out. Y'all know that she's always crashing out, but it's gonna be a lot. And so the next card I had was the Hierophant that I was telling you about, and that is, how is the collective? What is the collective's message, and what do we need to learn from watching all of this unfold? And are you glorifying the wrong stories? And what I got was, hmm, stop. And I'm hearing spirit say, stop following messy timeline like it's a gospel. And I feel like I'm going to have to add another clip in. And sorry, because I'm looking at my notes and I'm looking at this just to make sure that I'm not skipping a question. Learn the difference between a victim and a viral moment. Okay, I want y'all to learn that, because she was trying to play a victim, and she was also trying to cause a viral moment, which she always does. Let me add in another clip. And out of all this, we learn that everyone that says that they're spiritual is not really spiritual, especially with this Hierophant. They hide behind spiritual things. And it's so funny, because I was about to eat this person up, and that's where I'm going to get to next. And I think their name was Awakened something. Now I'm just sitting here like, are they really serious? Like, and we're going to get to it in a second, okay? We're going to get into it. But let me see something. We're going to get to it. So let me say this. The truth always comes out, whether it's whispered by spirit or blasted on the timeline. Protect your peace, collective. Don't mistake chaos for healing, okay? Also, and remember that performative pain ain't always power, okay? And Briana got the theatrics. I don't know. She just like so animated, so scripted. She's like full of fluff to me, okay? Um, so I want to get to the point that I was going to tell you about this message that made me do this, and then I'm gonna wrap this up. But hold on. Okay, so I got it. So this is what the person responded on this post. It was a post where Robert posted him and a young lady, and someone is like, something about Briana is doing so much better, and all he does is be in videos with different women. And I had commented on it, and I guess someone responded to me after I said all this stuff back to him. I wish it was up there, but they took it down. But I do have to comment. It said, Jessica, she don't need a man like Robert. Remember, God delivered her from an abusive man like Robert. See, God saw everything and wasn't pleased how the truth was doing his wife. But that's over. Do no need, they couldn't spell over, do no need to bring that back up. What Bree and Robert had wasn't real, and you can't tell by the way they seem to hate each other now that the relationship was only transactional. The more y'all want, y'all, this person say y'all 222 on the time. Y'all, and I'm like, y'all what? Because first of all, I don't even be out here talking about them like that, but like, it's just so crazy, it's so sickening how this saga has been. And I just seen, oh, shout out to Queen Step too. I just was so happy for her. So like winning the court case and all that, because like I do watch here and there, and it's like, listen, at first I was just doing readings and that was it. And then I was like, damn, this is crazy. Like, I really have to look into this more, do energy updates and all this stuff. Anyway, let me get back to what I'm saying, y'all. So, watching Queen Step actually win a court case made me look on Robert's page, see what else is going on, this and that. And I seen this post and I was like, oh no, I got to comment. Anyway, so she said the more y'all want Ja to leave. So, I guess she was talking about that side and this side, because there's sides and stuff. And I was like, basically trying to say, like, I'm going to get to it. Listen. So, she said, she said the more y'all want Ja to leave, which I never said that, so I don't know why she said that. This person is like a little slow. But anyway, she said, and he knows the truth is waiting on them to break. She said, Ja not stupid. He knows that the truth is waiting on them to break up for that. And he not letting Bree go, child. Like, what? This person makes absolutely no sense. She said they're going to break the internet when they get married. She didn't say that. Oh my God, y'all. Because she was saying that was his husband, because it was more posts. Oh my God, I hope somebody got the screenshots, like saying that was her husband. Like, girl, what? So anyway, she was calling Ja her husband. She said, they're going to break the internet. Ja is a good man. A good man after he... Ain't that girl's face? Okay. 4 on the clock. Divine time. Divine protection. Thank you, Spirit. Okay? Like I said, this video is for educational purposes. Only everything is allegedly. Okay. So she said, she said he's a good man. A little bit childish at times, but he makes her happy. So it is what it is. We love them together. Robert was just too old for her. So somebody... What? Okay, she said Robert was just too old for her. Okay? So, baby, and I'm so glad that I copied my post and put it back in my notes, because I was like, what's going on? Like, what is really going on? Because I just seen that I couldn't comment no more. So it said the original poster had deleted the thing. So I'm like, did Robert delete the video? So I went up there. Robert didn't delete the video. So I guess the person deleted the thing. And I was like, damn, I was just about to eat them up, because they knew I was coming back, because I laughed at it. Anyway, so listen. So I said this, and we're going to close it out. 555 on the time. Change and transition. Okay? So I said, and this is where I left it. If we're going to speak on deliverance, let's talk about what it actually means. You can't say that someone was delivered from a abusive, we got to say it that way, man like Robert. That's what they said, quote, quote, which y'all know that I don't believe that, okay? Only to celebrate being with another man who has allegedly done the same or worse. That's what they, because if that's what they're saying, right, they're okay with this. That's not deliverance. That's a cycle, if it was that way, right? That's a trauma bond dressed up in filters for Facebook posts. So I kept going. I said true deliverance means healing. It means breaking patterns. It means God steps in and says no more, not again. Not just removing someone from one storm and placing them right back in another, because that's what they quote said, right? I said, and let's be honest, love doesn't look like pain with pretty pictures. It doesn't require proving a point to the internet. If you got to hold on to someone just to spite your ex, that's not love. That's ego. And I talk about that all the time. Go watch my last video when I was talking about the narcissist. And go watch the last video right before that, okay? Because this is going to be posted on YouTube as well. And go to my YouTube. One of my videos, y'all, just to let y'all know, my air conditioner was playing in the background. I mean, like, not playing in the background, but loud in the background, and I'm sorry about that. So I make sure I turned it off in this reading. I said, but I like to do readings, and I also like to talk as well. And I said, and let's be honest, love doesn't, let me say that again. I said, saying it again. And let's be honest, love doesn't look like pain with pretty pictures. It doesn't require proving a point to the internet. If you got to hold on to someone just to spite your ex, that's why I had wrote. I said, that's not love, that's ego. I'm not here to tear anyone down, but I do want to see real healing, because no woman deserves to jump from one toxic situation into another and call it peace, because that's what they were saying. Now, I know that Robert didn't do nothing, but that's how they was making it look. So this is what I'm responding, okay? I said, that's not a blessing. That's just bondage in a new name, because that's quote, quote, what they were saying, which, like I said, I know that that isn't the case, because, like I said, she came to the internet, okay, and she said he did all these things, but came back and said that he didn't do these things. So you're a liar. And then you said that a 911 operator said that you No, she said that they asked her, did he have a pew pew? Okay, 9:11 on the clock. That's an angel number, y'all. But anyway, um, and divine time, and she said that, right? But she really offered this information to her. They never asked her that. And it's crazy because when I hear the recordings, like, I can't believe that these people still believe her lies. But anyway, I also wrote celebrate love when it's healthy and not when it just looks good on the timeline. God doesn't operate in chaos because that's all it is. It looks good on the timeline, so they believe it, right? So anyway, I asked the questions I had there. I'm going to close this out. Give me 1 second. I got to add in another. I'm going to close this out and just want to ask one more question. What is this energy going to be like for Robert? Because I already made a reading where I knew that Queen Step was going to, and I didn't want to talk about it, but I knew that she was going to win. Right after that she took her to court, I knew she was going to win. I was like, Queen Step, you got this. Okay. It's funny, the Queen of Wands came out again. So the energy, I just want to see what's the energy going to be around. Okay. Around his court date. We got the Page of Swords here. Can we get a little bit more? I feel like there's going to be some communication. I think they're going to make them like talk to each other. Yeah, I think they're going to make them talk to each other, like mediate first, and then we're going to see what happens, because that's what I see here, especially with this Page of Swords. Okay, I see mediation here, and I also see something about moving forward and new opportunities. So I feel like that's his energy. Like I don't know if they'll be able to mediate, but I feel like they're going to try to mediate. I do see happiness for Robert. So, I mean, this could be something good that's going to turn out, especially with the Sun card. The Sun card is a major arcana card. So, this is going to be a major event in his life. You know what I'm saying? I do feel like they're going to bring this along for a long time, though. Like, it's going to be a lot. But I do see sunshine at the end of it all. All right? Now, I'm going to end this off also with an angel number. Okay, and this is just going to be a positive message, and this is going to be for Robert. That is so funny, and that's crazy because baby, this is so crazy because the status that I commented, it was like a lady in him or whatever, and I was like basically saying like, why do y'all always like gotta say that this man is with somebody just because he's doing a skit with every person that he does a skit with, they make it seem like he's with them. But anyway, Robert, I do see something blooming for you, and I'm not saying with that person. Let's make that clear. Let's get that clear here, because people be like, oh my gosh, no, I'm just talking about there's going to be some kind of new love here for you later in the future. Romantic relationships, 955. And 9 means fulfillment, and 5 means change and transition. Then we have 817, which is crazy. My dad's birthday is 818. My birthday is 814. And these numbers kept coming out all month. And it says passion, okay? So with passion, I feel like that's just following your interest or some kind of love passion. But let's get into it. All right, so 955, Robert, this is for you. Reconfigure your love connections. You are being asked to change up the way you are doing things in your romance, okay? Whether you are single or in a relationship, dating, whatever it is, your angels would like you to take today to reflect and reconfigure how you go about connecting with others. Give yourself a hug right now and feel the love you have within you abundantly and flow throughout your body. And let it flow throughout your body. Okay, so there's some kind of reconfiguring you have to do here, okay, when it comes to romantic relationships. Spirit is asking you to look at that, okay? 345 on the time. That's another angel number that you can look up, Robert, if you ever see this, okay? Or just for the collective. 817 is here. And Robert, this has to do with your passions and your interests in life, okay? You're being called to master a talent you already own, okay? And that's such a beautiful thing. I send you nothing but positive vibes on that. The thing that you do that comes to you so naturally is your gift, and we all know that is singing and rapping, okay? These passions are given to you, so as you make your life meaningful for yourself and for others, find the inspiration to pursue your gifts in your daily life and consider a few ways that you can have fun with your talents today, no matter how small or trivial they may seem. And that is the end of this reading. Love, peace, and light. Alafia, I can't talk right now. Ibudu, ah. Iburu, Iboya, Ibo Shay. Okay? Ay, Bobo. Bendiciones a todos. I love y'all so much. Make sure to heart this video, favorite this video, and share this video. And make sure to go into my link tree, y'all guys, and go over to my YouTube and subscribe. Also in my link tree, I added something new. I think it's the first link there. I have a Witchhood, the Spiritual Rebels group. And even though it's called witchhood, I just made it that because people always call, us healers witches and stuff like that. But you could be a black sheep, you could be a healer, you could be a Reiki specialist, you could be a tarot reader, professional, whatever it is, a spiritualist. I would love you to join my group, okay? And join my witchhood, the spiritual rebels. And listen, I don't discriminate. You could come from any belief, um, wherever you're at in your journey. Okay, this is a judgment free zone, so make sure y'all come on over.